Hello my friends, again this is Mike and Mindy from SeaWaterPro in Fort Lauderdale. This is a small video to explain how the residential unit, after you receive it, what it looks like and how to put it together. What's included is the stainless motor with a stainless pump, ceramic pistons, a 5 micron and a 20 micron extra long pre-filters, a carbon filter in case there is any chlorine in the water when you're doing the rinsing cycle, the rinsing timer, and you need pressurized water from your home system coming into the rinsing timer, fresh water for rinsing. Then this is your fresh water output after the membranes, and this is brine water. You can return this to the ocean or just dump it in your backyard. We have the needle valve for pressure adjustment, the pressure gauge. We don't want to run over 800 psi, and typically a 2 membrane system runs about 30-35 gallons an hour. I have a red line here at 30. It's going to be a lot easier on the pump if you just run it at 30 gallons an hour. If you need more water, you can bump it up to 35. Also the real-time water quality analyzer. You can turn it on as it runs and it will give you a number in parts per million dissolved solids. Up to 600 parts per million FDA considers drinkable. These are the 2 membranes. They're made by Dow. They are the standard when it comes to membrane quality. And we're going to demonstrate now how to put this together, how to install the membranes. Also, we have the a 100% stainless pump. This stainless pump is self-priming, and it will bring water from the ocean from the 100-foot hose that is included. So you would just push to connect the hose, then we would connect the priming pump to number 5. It says here connect to priming pump. Then you would connect the connection number 9 goes to number 10. They're both labeled. This hose can be as long as you want it to be. For now it's only about 12 inches long. You just push to connect. These connectors, if you want to disconnect, you just push in and out. If you don't push in, the hose will not come out. You have to push the ring back and it releases the hose. This hose here is the blow-off valve for safety. In case something goes wrong and the pressure exceeds 900 psi, this is where you would adjust the valve to blow off at 900 psi, set the pressure at 900 psi, and then slowly unscrew this until it lets water out. So next time, if by accident you exceed 900 psi, this valve takes care of it, and this way you don't break any parts. And then we have the high pressure hose. It's a 3000 psi Parker hose with stainless fittings that go from the pump all the way back to membrane number 1. This system is available with 1, 2, 3, and 4 membranes. The first membrane will give you 20 gallons an hour. The second membrane is about 40. The third is about 60, and the fourth membrane is close to 80 gallons per hour. Of course, when you get the 4th membrane, you get a different pump and a 2.5 horse motor to keep up with the water flow. The easiest way to install the membrane is to only remove the cap that's marked O-ring side. I would remove the center piece first, which is the freshwater output. That gives you room to remove the 2 little retainers that are behind it. So 5mm wrench, Allen wrench. Remove the 2 retainers and then pull the cap out. If you can't pull it out, you can use the hose. comes the end cap. Now remember, this says O-ring side. That means this is the O-ring. If the O-ring is already installed, you don't have to do anything. If it's not installed, make sure it's flush and it's not standing straight up, that it's all the way down and parallel on the same plane as the membrane. And then go ahead and insert the membrane, and then insert the cap. All the way down until it stops. Remove that, and we'll reinstall the 2 retainers. .5mm Allen wrench again. Those don't have to be very tight. And then install the freshwater push to connect. Snug is fine. It's a very low pressure fitting, and then reconnect the push to connect. One more thing I would like to add is that optionally we have a 12-volt motor that will drive 1 or 2 membranes at 10 and 20 gallons per hour, and it will draw 38 or 75 amps. Also available is at 24 volts, so in case you have a solar system, you can bypass your inverter and go direct to the motor. Call me for details on those installations. Those are all custom installations. We try to match your demands as best as we can. Thank you. Okay, now installing the membrane on the other side, it's the same idea, but we're going to put both caps, we're going to pull them out at the same time. We're going to remove both retainers. If the retainers don't come out, just remove the center cap. They're not very tight. It shouldn't be that hard to remove those caps. Again, those caps don't have to be tight because the fresh water pressure is a very low pressure system, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Here comes the second one. Sorry about my plier condition, but everything rusts out here in Florida. Okay, cap is out, and the 2 retainers. Again, use the Allen wrench. Okay, once the 4 retainers are out, you just pull on both caps evenly and they should both come out. And now the membrane, the lower membrane is already installed. Again, notice O-ring side, O-ring side, and then reinsert the caps. Make sure they're all the way down. And the same thing in reverse. The 2 retainer go here, snug. And the cap goes right after the second retainer. Okay, ready for the cap. And you're pretty much done. Snug these caps. Then snug and add Teflon tape. If I don't already have Teflon tape, just add some Teflon tape on the threads here. This doesn't have to be super tight. Just get a wrench or a crescent wrench and snug it up. The 2 power cords are included, are for 110 volts. If you have 220, just do the wiring, follow the instructions on the face of the motor. You can see here, if you're using a 115 goes T1, T3, and T8 go together, and T2, 4, and 5, and these are the 2 lines. And for the 220 setup, you have T1 is 1 line, and then you join 2, 3, and 8, and then the second line is 4 and 5. Any questions? You have my number on the website. Feel free to call. But that pretty much concludes the installation of a home unit reverse osmosis desalinator. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.